we are now live. I hope you can hear me. This is the first time I've ever tried this, so I really don't know what will happen. So I thought, I would do this in a way for us all in our community to hang out and interact with one another. As I've said, I've never done this before, so you're all welcome to join me. I'm probably going to look a little bit confused whilst trying to figure out how it all works, but I'm looking forward to find out with you. So, I don't think anyone's joined yet, so I just thought I would tell you guys who are watching this later on replay that the reason I'm doing this, as I said, is for us all to be able to hang out. But I also thought that because I really want to interact with each and every one of you, I thought one thing we could do, because I work with intuitive counseling, I am psychic and I work with telepathy and mediumship. So what I thought I would do is for you guys to be able to hang on. I'm just gonna check this. There we go. Now everyone can see that we're live. It said it was just for me. You see, I'm trying to learn. So yes, now I think we can all see this and we can all join. So what I thought I'd do, if you feel like you would like a short reading, I wish you to send me a private message with an alias, meaning a name or word that you would like me to refer to you as, and I will give you a short live reading. Only do this if you feel comfortable with sharing, because this is live. This is going live. So I'm just gonna check what's happening here. Like I said, never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. See? If anyone will join me, I'm not sure how it works, like I said. This is amazing, isn't it? Oh, now people are joining. Hi and welcome. Oh, this is so funny. I have, like I said, never done this before, so I'm trying to figure out how it all works. I hope you can bear with me. So, welcome. Could you just, if you can hear me clearly, could you just type a little message in chat so I know if you can hear me or not? Like I said, I really don't know how this will work, so we'll see what happens. I will just wait for people to join. So, whilst we wait for that, like I said, I do this for our community to be able to hang out. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages. This is so funny. You know, it never knows what happens when you're live. So, and like I said, I've never done this before. I'm really repeating myself. This is me. You're getting the genuine me. So, yes. So I thought you guys could ask me anything you like about me, about what I do, my work. And then I also thought of being able to give you short readings, like I said before, meaning that if you would like me to give you a message or something, a short reading live, do send me a private message with an alias, meaning a word or a name that you would like me to refer you as or to refer you to, and I will do it live. However, only do this if you feel comfortable with sharing, because as I said, and as we all noticed, this is live. And feel free to chat with me, feel free to interact. I'm getting some messages now. I'm just going to check what's going on. So, yes. So I thought you could ask me any questions in chat about who I am, what I do, and like I said, I give small readings. If you would like to book a consultation, you are free and welcome to do so. You can send me an email. I've posted this before, the email address. If you look, oh, hi! Now guys are starting to come around. Hi guys, lovely to see you. So happy that you're here. You're joining me trying to figure out how all this works. I love it. So yes, like I said, this is a possibility, or this is a reason and a way for us to interact, I thought, for us to get to know each other and just hang out the community, you know? So what I'm thinking, and I'm repeating myself a lot because I'm not really sure when people are joining, and so I'm just gonna wait for a little moment to see what happens. Like I said, this is the first time. But I thought you could ask me any question in chat of who I am, what I do, what I work with, and I will probably start to relax a little when the time's go, you know. If you would like a short reading, because I'm thinking of doing that live, as I said before, you can send me a private message with an alias, meaning a word or a name that is not yours, so that this is a little bit anonymous, so that you send me an alias and I will give you a short reading here live. Only do this if you feel comfortable about it being live, okay? I will try to not get into too much private information, but we never know where we end up, and all I want to give you all is love, okay? So, I am an intuitive counselor. I work with telepathy, with mediumship, with intuition, and I am a psychic, as you could say. So I give psychic readings that I have decided to call intuitive counseling. This is what I do. This is what I work with. If you have any questions, feel free to chat. Put them in chat. Talk with me. Oh, hi there. There's a language I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm going to hold these only in English because English and Swedish is the only language I unfortunately know. Or not, I am fortunate to know them, but unfortunately I do not know any else. But as I said, do send me a private message with an alias if you would like a short reading here live and if you feel comfortable. We offer, I work under the name of V Intuition, which is my company's name that I run with my fiance. Oh, thank you, Ali. You're seeing me live. I've never done this before, so I'm a little bit flustered. I'm so sorry. We'll figure it out together. So I have a company which we have decided to call V Intuition, and as I said, I run it with my fiance. And what we do is that we give intuitive counseling. So if you'd like to book a session, a private session with me over video call, feel free to do so. I put the descriptions in the page of my company and also in this group, the International Global. Do check it out. Send us an email and we'll get back to you about booking you in, okay? The fee for these consultations are 75 euros and they have a duration of 90 minutes. They are in English throughout, but feel free to book if you feel comfortable with it and if you feel that this is something for you. Thank you, Ali. I'm very happy having you here. All right, I'm gonna check. I'm getting some messages. I'm gonna check if there are people who want some readings. Do feel free. See, it's live. I'm so flustered. Sorry. Do feel free to ask any questions. Okay. I'm gonna check if we have someone who would like a reading or to have a question for me. Do ask if there are general questions. Do put them in chats, and I will answer them. There are many people here. I love it. It's very nice to see. So do put it in the chat if you have any question, and we will do this together, guys. Okay. So What I do, as I said, is that I am an intuitive counselor. So I work with spirit, I work with telepathy, with intuition, and such. Hi, Oma. I am doing very well, thank you. I'm a little bit flustered and nervous because this is the first time I've done a live stream, and I'm trying to figure it out together with you all. So be here with me and bear with me, and we'll see what happens. Okay. How are you all, guys? You have a good day? I did actually, I was thinking, well, before I thought I would I would start streaming quite early so that I would get to see how it all works before people start to join, so that I know what I do. But so I made this environment in an application that I have, and I was so happy with it. And then I was just ready to push that little button to go live, and it said, "Oh, you can't do this." Because on Facebook, apparently, you need to play a game in order to use this application. And I felt like, well, that's not what I do. I'm here for chat and for open readings. So, well, I'm here as I am. And maybe one day you will see the environment that I built. We'll see. Okay, so like I said, put any questions you'd like in chat and I'll answer them. You could ask anything you like about me, about what I do, my work, or as I said, you could ask me for a quick reading here live. If you'd like a short reading, send me a private message with an alias that you would like me to use for you, and I'll do a short little reading here. Only do so if you are comfortable with sharing, because as we all know, this is life. Yeah, I'm laughing a lot, Ali. This is the first time for me doing this, so bear with me. So anyone have any questions for me? Feel free to ask them. Just chat with me, have some fun. I'm gonna check if I have any messages regarding readings. It does not look like it now. Like I said, if you would like a quick reading, just post a message to me, a PM as we call it, private message with an alias, because I would like to use an alias so that you can feel a little bit more secure and a little bit more anonymous, I think is the word. I'm so nervous right now, so I'm sorry. But so you feel a little bit more secure. Okay. I will try not to be too private and to share too much private information on your behalf, and do more of my readings in general. And if you would like a private and deep going reading with me, like I said, I have all the descriptions in the group of the Intuition Global. Just go check it out, send me an email, and I'll get back to you to book you in for a consultation. The consultations are €75 and are for 90 minutes. So 1.5 hours, just you and me on video call. Vid video or non-video, depending on what is suitable for you. Okay, so I have a question here. Hi, Jabby. I am Sarah. You're asking me who I am and what my life concerns. I like that question. So yes, I am Sarah. I am 25 years old and I am from Sweden. I did a short little introduction video on this in this group, the International Global, before. Go check it out if you want to. So yes, like I said, I am from Sweden, 25 years old, and I am an intuitive counselor. So what my life concerns is, in general, other people's well-being as my own. So I do intuitive counseling for your well-being. In this, I trade with telepathy, with intuition and mediumship, meaning I am psychic and I work with psychic readings, but I do so in a way that I developed and that I call intuitive counseling. So that's what I do. And yes, Ali, it's a good question. I agree. Anyone else have any questions? Just feel free to ask them, and I will try to keep track if there's anyone wanting a message from me, meaning a reading, some information, maybe from whoever it might be that has some information for you. You could have a specific question, and I could see if I can find the answer for it. I am not a future teller. I am an intuitive counselor, so the information that I gather is the information that is for you today in this moment. It could be regarding anything, really. Hi, Amsi. You. Hola. This is going to be only in English, unfortunately, but you're very welcome to join. Hi, lovely having you here. So, as I said, I lost track a little now. Like I said, I'm so nervous. I'm so sorry. Bear with me, guys. We'll figure all this out together. So, yes, the way that I see it, how I work, because I work with telepathy and intuition, mediumship, guides, and such, depending on who the client is. So I connect to the body, I connect to the mind, and I look for if there's any information that is needed to give to you at this moment. Oh yes, Ellie, no worries. Go have some food. I know this lunchtime. I think I will also be having some lunch further on, but I think I will be back and hopefully a little bit more relaxed then. I'm thinking of doing a bit of these videos, or sorry, these live streams. So don't worry, I will be here. Okay. If you have a question for a psychic reading, like I said, post them in private messages for me and I will answer them here. Okay, if you miss your answer, you can always go back and rewatch this live stream. Okay, so as mediums and psychics, we all have our different views and opinions on how we do our work and how it works. And we don't really know, I think. Absolutely, go enjoy your foods. You're very welcome to come back, Ali. Have a good day and enjoy your food. So, yes, for me personally, I work. Sorry, I have a question here, I think. Jebby wants to know about my family. I'll get to that in just a moment. Okay, so I was thinking I would just tell you how I work. Okay, I will get to my family in just a moment. So how I work, for me personally, we don't really know how it works, or at least I don't, but we know that it works. And how I interpret it and what how I feel about my work and what my client feels is always going to be different. It's going to be different from everyone. But how I interpret and what happens to me when I do my work is that I believe that we are all connected via energy. I believe we're all part of the same energy, meaning everything in life is by the same and of the same energy. This means for me that we are also all connected, and the information that happens to us that is guarded and recorded, as you could say, in different libraries. This is how I see it and how I interpret it. So when I work, I'm connected to 3 different libraries of information. Meaning I have my own library where I store my memories and what is happening to me. I am a telepath, which means I am in a telepathic community. So we have our communal library where the things that happens to me now also is recorded in that library and stored the information there. And then I also have a connection to the overall library, meaning that every information that is everything that's ever happening, because we're all connected, will be stored in this great big library. And by the help of my guides, who are different depending on who the client is and what information is to be given to the client, I gather the information from these libraries and give to you as a client. It could be about anything. It could be I can connect to your ancestors, to people who work as a medium, so I can connect to people who have passed away, and I can connect to people who are still alive if someone wishes to send a message, something for you to hear. So like I said before, I connect to the mind via telepathy, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions. I'm connecting to your body, and I'm connecting to the overall library, in where we can get to meet if anyone wants to say something to you from the other side, as mediums call it. I don't say it as the other side, but someone who's passed away or whatever it can be. That's what I do, depending on who the client is and what is for their well-being. Okay, so my family, I had a question about. Well, at the moment, my family is my fiance and our 3 cats. So we live in, I'm just gonna, please do not call me while I'm live. Okay. Sorry guys. So I had an incoming call. So I live with my fiance and our 3 lovely cats in the woods, actually, in an old cottage, you can say, or a farmhouse in the woods, surrounded by cows. It's absolutely amazing. So that is my family today. When I was young, I have been living with different families, and I have many siblings, but no biological, so to say. But I have 9 siblings that I lived with in different consultations, and also parents. So I've been moving about a lot. So I'm so happy to be able to be where I am now today. So that's about it, actually, about my family. I have amazing people that I've met and that's been part of my life in many different roles. I had many people being parental and many people having different roles in a family, so to say, and I lived in different families. I have some connections to my parts of my biological family as well, and I am happy that we can have that today. I am so grateful for it. So a little bit of a difficult story, but privileged as I am. Okay, I have another question. I'm just gonna read. Chabi, which kind of work I'm doing in my basic working. Do you mean if I do anything else? Because this is my profession. I work as an intuitive counselor, and that is my profession and what I do. Okay. So I founded this company together with my fiance, and it's brand new. We just started this year, but before that, I have given psychic readings and consultations as just me. I've been around the country where I live in Sweden, and I've been to England, and I've tried to, well, just check if this is something that people would be interested in and people believe in me to be doing. And what I have met and the people that everything that I experienced and the people that I experienced with, it's absolutely amazing. And I've seen so many different life stories, and the best thing I know is to hold a stranger and watch those tears turn into laughter. It's such a joy, and I absolutely love what I do. So that's what I do. That is my profession. So, yeah, like I said, I did this for a long time when not having a company. So, because I had a question about my family before, and because it's been, we all have our little rucksack that we're carrying about, and it's been a little rough, as it is for many people, and it's been for me as well. And what has carried me through that and made me feel happy about life and happy about the future, so to say, was being able to do this work, and also theatre, because I am actually trained and oh, sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages now. I love it. If there's anyone who wishes to have a psychic reading, let's see. No, it's just people saying hi. Hi, guys. So, yes. Yes, I'm a trained actor or actress, which I might not tell at the moment because I'm so nervous, but it was a long time I stood in front of a camera, and also I'm just being me now. And it's been a journey, and it's been an adventure. And if you would like, I could tell you how it all began with what I do, because as you asked me if this is what I do, and it is, and I'm so grateful for being able to do what I love for a living. And how it all began was that because of my upbringing and because of what has happened, I've been very ill during periods of my life, different periods of my life. And when I was in school, in 12th grade, do you say that? I was in the gymnasium anyway. It's called here in Sweden. It's not the gym, but it's part of school, the education program. I was 15 years old, so I believe. No, probably 16. Anyway, I got into one of those periods of just being so ill, not being able to continue school. And so I left school, and then I returned a year later. And then I was 17 years, that is true. This is also when I met my fiance. We were 17 at the time. So we've been together for 8 years. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm 25 today. Or not today, but I will be 26 in November. But yes, so what happened was that when I returned, because I was going to move into another class because I've been away for a year. But when I returned, my classmates from before, who I consider being friends, they were not really talking to me. And it was a little bit strange, very surreal, because it was like they had decided, if she comes back, we won't interact with her, we won't talk to her. So it was such a surreal experience, because I remember I was sat on the floor one day just relaxing, and I was probably waiting for going home. I'm not sure what I was doing, but I was sat on the floor, and another or a person who I consider being a friend, but who was in the class before that I have left, so to say, he went past me, and I think that he thought, she looks a little bit hungry. So he was going to give me an orange. And or everything it was, well, it was a fruit anyway. And he gave it to me, but he was like, I'm not going to show anyone I'm doing this. He was being very secretive. And it was such a surreal experience. Like, he knows he can't interact with me. It was such a surreal thing to experience. But anyway, I had my new friends, so I went along, and I had a good time, and all was well. But then a couple of years later, I got in touch with a old friend who had been in that class before, and she told me, yes, this was true. They did actually decide, cooperated, how is it called? That yes, we will not talk to Sarah if she returns. And I was like, what? Why? You know? Apparently, because I had spoken to them about things and topics they had not told me about. So when I was at this age, I couldn't decipher whether information that was taught to me was information that someone told me directly or that I received through energy. And they thought this was really scary and probably very uncomfortable with it, they were. So that was interesting. And so I thought, well, okay, but if I do this, we must be able to do something good about it, you know? We must be able to do something good with it. So I went to university, and I thought I would learn some psychology in very early levels. But I didn't really go through with that because of things that happened, and because I fell ill once again. So many years I was not able to leave my home, and the doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. It was something with my lungs. I couldn't breathe properly. I can't even speak now, sorry. But I couldn't breathe as I should be able to. So because I lived in an apartment during this time, this was actually before university, but we lived in an apartment, and lots of my neighbors were smokers. And because of this, I was told I could not leave my flat. I could not go outside because I couldn't breathe the air. So after 3 years of being indoors in this way, well, I did go outside, I should say. I wasn't completely, I wasn't completely abandoned indoors and just couldn't leave ever. It wasn't like that. But I was very restricted. And 3 years with living like that, we decided to move, and we moved out on the countryside, and that is why we live in the woods today. And my doctors, I've been to the doctors all my life, and I'm getting very personal. I hope this is okay. I just want to show who I am and how everything became the way it is. And I love you guys being here with me. So yes, we moved out into the countryside, and my doctors didn't really know what was wrong with me. And I think that many people experience this, and I am so privileged because I had so many different doctors throughout my life meeting me and talking to me, and just being there. And it was, I'm so privileged for it, and I hope that other people can experience the good sides of the medical society, because there are people out there who really do try to help you. But unfortunately, these people couldn't understand what was going on with me. So I thought, okay, maybe I should, or actually I felt like intuitively, I should handle this myself, spiritually, right? I do not recommend this if you really do have an illness. Obviously, you should get checked out. But since they couldn't find anything really with me, I decided I would reach out to Terry Evans, if you know him. He's a very popular medium from England. So I went and saw him, and just as, you know, joined a group for, he was just, he had some groups, he had that for people who wanted to try mediumship. And I went there and he helped me. And when I returned back home, I was a lot more healthier. So then, as I started university, because I'm mixing the timeline up a little, I'm sorry for that, but I went to university and I tried to study psychology, as I told you, or behavioral science, it was actually. And I had this thought, oh wow, I'm gonna bring this new era into the university life, you know. I'm gonna study for so many years that I could actually create a whole new subject. And I was so thrilled to do it. I am gonna bring telepathy and intuition, all of this into the universal studies. And I'm gonna make this is gonna be my you know, my life purpose. But then I realized that I couldn't actually even continue my studies because I just didn't think in the same way as my classmates did. And it was because we had so much collaboration and assignments that we did together, I just felt that this is not fair on them. Because I received the information from the libraries that I spoke of before, I didn't really need to do that much of a research because I could connect to the information in a way that they didn't know that they can, because I believe that we all are connected, but we are connected in a way that is suitable for our life and what we need in this life. And it's very important to realize this, and it's very important to let people be skeptic, and it's very important for people to believe in what they believe in. And it's also very important to just also in this with intuition and telepathy, just be as open as you need to be. But we all, I believe, have a possibility, and we are all connected and we can all connect. But because they were not open in the same way and didn't know they could do this, I gathered information in another way than what my classmates did. So I realized that this just wasn't for me at the time. And it wasn't fair on my classmates, and it wasn't fair on me. But when I was during these studies, when I was in university and during these studies, I realized I could talk to people. So this is when I started actually for real give psychic readings or intuitive counseling, but I didn't have a word for it then. All I did was that I sat down with someone who I felt needed to be seen, and I spoke to them. And I did so via information that was given to me through energy. And at 2 separate occasions, I've been I felt a little bad for what I did, because I was a little scared, because what I did actually was that on 2 separate occasions, I went forward and just greeted someone who didn't at all know who I was, and we never met before. And this person was experiencing trauma. Like I said, on 2 different occasions. One of them had experienced trauma the day before and was in all the emotion about it. And the other one, it had just happened in the morning. So what I did was that I approached these people and I gave them a hug, I embraced them, and I gave them a reading and messages from who they needed to hear from. And it was amazing for me to, like I said, to embrace these people and to see how the tears turned into laughter. And not because we should say we could never cry, because indeed we should cry. All emotions are beautiful. But it was such a relief seeing this person, seeing something, seeing the situation from a new perspective, and to feel warmth and a little bit of a more secure and warm feeling, more fuzzy feeling in everything that was going on. To just be able to hand a hand, it was absolutely amazing. So when I then ended my studies, abruptly, like I told you, I went to England to try to see if this could work also there, because I have a very strong connection to England. I always felt I had, and so I went to see if and however it has to do with the community, because I'm a telepath, so I can't really share too much information, but I went there anyway, and I realized this is amazing. I spoke to a woman who lived on the street, and she was very young, and she was fearing for her life, as I know that many people are. And after telling her that I'm so sorry, but I'm psychic, and I knew that parts of what she told us in her stories for being giving money, she actually made up. So I said, I'm so sorry, but I happen to know this is not true. Lots of things she told really was true. And she was going through a lot, like many people are. And she was fearing for her life, and she was so scared. I'm not saying she made that up, but parts of the stories she made it to be so that she could be given more money. And I said, I'm definitely gonna give you money, but I want to give you something else, if you like. So after telling her, I'm sorry, I know you're lying about these particular things, but I'm still gonna be here for you, she sat down and we spoke. I think it was for half an hour or so, and it was absolutely amazing. Once again, such a warm experience, because when she first approached us, she was so scared of other people, and because of what she's been through and was going through. And when she told us goodbye, she wanted to get a hug. And it was such a nice experience. And so I went back home to Sweden, and I've met so many people and experienced so many different life stories, and I love what I do. I absolutely adore it. So here I am now, just being here live in front of you all, and like I said, I just want to be me. And I am so privileged for having this community, and I am so happy for all of you being here. So, as I said, I am here as me, and I am here as a fellow human being, for us just to have fun, just to enjoy and interact, enjoy our day together. And I'm here as an intuitive counselor. So if you do want a short reading, like I said, please do send me a private message with an alias that you would like me to use, and I will do the reading here live. Only do this if you feel comfortable with sharing, because as I said, it is live. If you would like to book a consultation with me, like I said before, I've put the descriptions in the group for V Intuition Global. Just send me an email and I'll book you in. Okay? It will be a private private session, just you and me via video or non-video call, depending on what is suitable for you and what you feel comfortable with. It's €75 and it's for 90 minutes. I see that I have friends from Sweden here. Sorry, I had some messages here. Yes, I see I have friends from Sweden. In Sweden, we have a little bit of a different, we do a little bit other things, sorry to say. Do check it out. We have via Intuition, the original page for our company, and do check that out. If you are in Sweden, we do all different kinds of readings and consultations, and I do have an office where I take readings and consultations as well. Do check our Swedish page out, which is the original page for via Intuition, VHE Intuition. Check it out. And for the other people of you, sorry, I'm still nervous, joining globally, as I said, I do a consultation via video call or non-video call. Okay, let's see. I had some questions. I'm gonna see here. I'm so sorry. I just kept on talking. Yes. I had a question about what I experienced in my life, and I think I've answered that quite well. Obviously, there's always lots going on because I'm a human being. Yes, it's all of you. So, but I think I talked a bit about that. I have a question from Vive here. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. What kind of reading I do in this session, and it's about tarot reading. I am not doing tarot, actually. I've been thinking about going into it, and I used it a little before when I was younger. What I do today, though, is that I use a method that I've constructed, which is about telepathy, intuition, and mediumship. So I connect to the mind, the body, and the library as I see it with the universal information, using guides and angels depending on who the client is. So it's this information depending on what you need to hear in the particular, sorry, I had someone call me, in the particular situation and what you need to hear right now. So you could say it is a little bit like tarot, but in that that I gather information and I receive information and I give the same information. So in that way, it is a little bit like tarot, but I do not use any tools. It's just me and my guides. Thank you for your question. Hello, hi everyone, it's lovely to see you. I'm just gonna check if anyone wants a reading. Like I said, if you like a short reading here live, do send me a private message with an alias that you would like me to use, so that you can feel comfortable in not everyone knowing who you are. Only do this if you are comfortable, though, enough for the stream, because this is, as I said, live. Okay? So, like I said, feel free to ask any question. Please do not call me when I'm live. I'm sorry, I'm having some incoming calls. Please do not call me when I'm live. Again, okay. Like I said, before I went live, because I was, well, my first thought was that I was gonna do this quite early this morning, and I was gonna set everything up, and so that I was ready when you guys joined. So I did this whole environment that I was so happy with, in this other application that I got. And then I was just about to press the, go live button. I was so excited and so happy with what I've created. And then it basically said, nope, you can't use this here. So we'll see. I will look at it, and maybe you will see it hopefully next time or another time. But so we're just here now as it is. Yes. So anyone have any questions for me? If you feel very comfortable, you could obviously ask something also in chat, and I will give you a general answer. But like I said, if you would like a short reading, it is safer, or it's not safer for me and for you, but you might feel more comfortable in writing me a private message with an alias that only you know of. And I will, like I said, answer in chat. Sorry, I'm getting incoming calls. I'm sorry. We'll fix all of this when I get this environment that I build up and running. So yes, in this environment, I also had a possibility for donations, and I can talk a little bit about this because we have a PayPal where you can donate if you feel like it. It's simply the intuition, one word. And if you know how PayPal works, I will post a link in the group after this session. But I had I don't really, because I never really used this before, and I'm sorry guys, we're learning together, aren't we? Bear with me. So I don't really know how it works yet, because I thought what I initially wanted was that because like I said, I do consultations, but they are 75 euros. And I am a person who always wants to be able to give to everyone. And I want someone to have, to be able to get something if they need it, So I was thinking about when you donate, whatever you can, just as long as it's more than €1, because of how the system works. I thought that I wanted to be able to give you something back, but I have not yet figured out how it works and if I will be able to see just who donates. If people in chat know, feel free to tell me. But I'm just gonna check. I'm getting some messages. I'm just gonna check if anyone wants a reading. No? Okay. I understand you guys, no problem whatsoever. But if you wish, if you want to try, feel free to do so. But like I said, with PayPal, I wanted everyone to be able to donate what they can and what they want, if they want and can at all, so that they could get a little something back for it. So in this way of you sending me a private message with an alias, it's totally free, and I will give you a short reading here live. And for other people who wish to donate, when we have this whole system set up, my thought was that you could donate a little, and I will get back to you with a little something. And then, as I said, if you want a whole consultation and a whole private meeting, non-call, video call or non-video call, then it's 75 euros. But I just thought this PayPal donation setup could make more people being able to get a little something. Hi guys, I'm so happy to see you. I see there are friends from Sweden joining me here, and like I said before, if you are from Sweden and if you are in Sweden, do visit our original page for this company. It's Intuition. You have all the descriptions of what I do locally. Okay, so we have in Sweden and for Swedes, we do it a little bit differently, and you can find it all down in the descriptions in the group of V Intuition. Okay, VHE Intuition, VHE Intuition. Okay, and for the rest of you that are joining globally, as I said, I do consultations via video or non-video calls. All the description and the email address that you find me at are in the group of V Intuition Global. Okay? I'm starting to enjoy this now. Well, I've always enjoyed it, but I'm starting to relax a little. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this a fair bit because I enjoy this. And if you do, of course, because it's a way for us all to interact, you know. And I'm sorry once again because I'm being a little bit nervous and flustered. So yeah, like I said, it will probably look differently next time, or somewhere in the near future, because I built this environment that I hope to be able to share with you. Today I couldn't because it said that I had to be streaming again in Facebook for be able to using this application that I have built the environment in. But I'm hoping that we can fix the situation, and maybe you will be able to see the environment soon, hopefully. Sorry, I'm getting incoming calls, that's all. So, anyone have any other questions? Like I said, if you would like a short reading. Oh, by the way, I hope that question about if I work with tarot and what I do, who asked me that, Vivi. I hope that you got your answer. If not, please do ask again and ask me to be more specific, okay? Or explain it in another way. So like I said, if you would like a short reading here live, you could please do send me I'm sorry, I'm getting incoming calls. Please do send me a private message with an alias that you would like me to use for you. And I will give you a quick reading here live, but only do so if you're comfortable with it, okay? Otherwise, like I've said and continues to say, you'll find the descriptions and everything about my other consultations for nationally in Sweden at V Intuition and globally V Intuition Global. Okay. Anyone have any more questions or anything you'd like to chat about? I've just thought this would be a good idea for us all to hang out. The reason why I'm doing this also is, like I said, because, well, a reason for us all to just enjoy our day together. Please do not call me when I'm live. Thank you. And also it's because I've been getting many messages, and like I said, I did an introduction video, which you can watch if you like. It's in the group of the International Global, where I also tell you about the situation. The reason, like I said, I decided to go live like this, except for, please do not call me. I'm sorry. Except for, sorry, I lost my train of thoughts because people are having incoming calls. Okay. Yes. As you can tell, many people are trying to get a hold of me, and many people are sending me messages, and I am so grateful, like I said before, for all these messages and all these friends requests, and I'm so happy to see our community evolve, and I am so grateful for being able to be here with all of you. But because I'm getting so many messages, like I said in my introduction video, I might not be able to answer you all. It might take a long time and it might not happen at all. Because of this, I thought maybe this is a way of doing it, you know, to be able to interact with you all. You guys who send me messages and never getting a reply, maybe we could at least have one way of communication via live stream. That was my initial thought. Hi, Bosom, welcome. You are asking, I'm going to question what this is. No, sorry, it's just what's up. Well, it's great. I thought it was once again a question about what I'm doing and who I am. As you said, or as I've said many times, just ask me anything, really. And I'm sorry if it's being repetitive, but it is because of people joining in different periods of time. So, yes. With me, it's just fine. How are you guys? Are you having a good day? It is Thursday today, is it not? Almost weekend. Yes. So, anyone wants a question? I had a thought because some of us, and by us I mean people who works in ways that I do, mediums and spirit workers and light workers and such. Some people have these live streams and they have people join, and then when they see someone, a name pop up that someone or something has information to, they ask that person, could I give you this information? And if they say yes or no, yes, it's a question about what do I do. Sure, I'll answer. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thoughts. Bear with me, it's gonna be better the more we do this, right, guys? We figure it out together. So yes, then they have people saying yes, I agree, or no. And if they agree, the psychic, or as we can call it then, the medium or the psychic, then gives the reading. Some people call it cleansing. They go in into the people, into the person who has agreed, and they do a reading. Like I would, but from who they think has some information that is wanting to get to them. So what do you think about this? Because I don't really know what to do with these live streams. So if you have any, suggestions or anything that you would think is a good idea, just post them here in chat or write to me. As I said, I get many messages though, so when I'm not live streaming, it might be difficult for me to reach you or for you to reach me and for me to give you a reply. Because I'm getting literally thousands of messages, like I said in my introduction video, and I love it, but it might be a little bit difficult for me to give your specific question or your specific message a reply or an answer. Let's see if I have people who would like a consultation. Oh, sorry, a short reading. So I had a question about what I do. So once again, I'm gonna explain it a little bit quicker because I have talked a little bit about it before. And I'm sorry if it's getting repetitive. Please do ask me questions if there are specific things that you want to know more about also. Okay, so I am an intuitive counselor. Which means I trade in telepathy, in intuition, and in mediumship. I am a psychic, as you could say, but I go under as being an intuitive counselor. So I work with spirit, I work with guides, and I connect to the body and the mind, and I gather information from the universal libraries of information, which I believe that we are all connected to, because I believe that we are all by the same and of the same energy or energy source. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Anyone else have a question? Like I said before, I see people are joining me from Sweden, and if you are in Sweden and you wish to have a consultation or a reading from me, We do all different sorts of readings and consultations. Just check the Via Intuition page, which is the original page of our company. The Swedish page, Via Intuition, VHE Intuition, VHE Intuition, okay? And if you are joining globally, I do consultations via video or non-video calls. You have all the descriptions in the page for the global side of the Intuition Global. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to have something to drink. I enjoyed this, guys. I hope you do too. Do ask me some questions if you like. And like I said, if you like a short reading here live, do send me a private message with an alias that you would like me to use that only you know of. So that in that way, it gives you a little bit more feeling of comfort, hopefully. And if you have general questions, do post them in chat. You feel free to ask me about who I am or what I do. I've spoken quite a lot about what I do, but if you have specific questions or if you would like to discuss the subject, just do so. I'm hoping to just be here with you, really. Just enjoy our day together. I'm just going to check if I have any requests. No? Okay. So, anyone have any questions or anything they want to say? Do so. So, yes. I can tell you a little bit about, because I've told you before the story before the intuition, or which actually, our company's name is actually Eld Svanen, which is a mixture of me and my fiance's last names. But we thought of doing different things. So he loves to work in IT, and I love doing my work in mediumship and intuition. So we created a family company, and under this name, we have created the Intuition as a the name for what I do for my part of it. Hi, Goka, welcome. Okay, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names, guys. It's never intended to be offensive. Okay. So yes. So we created, well, first we started our company. We founded our company. And we had never founded a company before. It was the first time for us. So all we did was that, okay, we said to, well, not the government, but I'm not really know the word for it at the moment, but the people who needs to know, let's put it like that. We told them basically, yeah, we founded a company now. Oh, okay, that's good. And then we didn't do anything for a year, I think, because we thought, well, if we have the company, then we can start building our businesses when we feel the time is right. But then we have the foundations of doing so. And then, well, almost a year later, not really a year, but maybe 7-8 months, something like that, I decided, oh yeah, now it's time. I want to go further with the intuition. I want to start. I want to open my business, right? So the first thing we did was actually found a workspace. So we found some place where we could put our offices in, and we were like, yeah, this is really good. Okay, yeah, we'll move in. And then when we were going to move in and we were going to sign the papers, the people that we rented from realized that, no, we're not a company. We are a company, but we don't really do anything because we just said that, okay, we're a company, but we have not really gone into what we do as a company, you know? So it was okay, what we gonna do? But we had like we sent to the what's it called? I don't really know the words for it, but the people who are in charge of people paying their taxes, and the I'm so sorry. I've lost my English altogether today. I think it's before. I think it's because it's my first live stream and I'm a little bit nervous. Like I said, bear with me. We figure it all together. You'll see. So anyway, we had told the people who need to know. We had told that we created a company and we're thinking about doing this. But then we hadn't really gone through all the way. So it was parts missing that we didn't know of because we had never done this before. So we were ready to move into our offices and we realized, no, we're not, because we're not actually a legitimate company or a legitimate one, but we can't do any businesses. So that was an adventure. So we started to do everything that they told. We called everyone that we could think of, that we could call, and spoke to them. And trying to explain what we do was a little bit interesting, because when I talk about intuitive counseling, people haven't really heard of it before. And it's because I founded a way of working. So it's my formula, so to say. I believe that there's definitely people working in generally the same way, but the form that I perform or how I do my work is in a way that I come up with during what I've experienced. So whether you talk to people who do work as mediums or are aware of the spiritual ways of things, unfortunately there seems to be, people seem to think about the society either being spiritual or not, and I want to work on giving the message that it's nothing and everything, because it's just us. We're just human. It's just a society, and everything is spiritual and everything is not spiritual, depending on how you look at it. And it's not everyone is connected, as I feel, and I told you before. And we are all connected in the way that is important to us, in our way. And we can all, because people go, oh, you're a telepath? Really? Cool. Does that even work? And why can you do that and not me? Because when I told you before, I wanted to create this, this whole new subject in universal studies, of telepathy and intuition, many people went, well, that wouldn't really work because you're the only one who can do it. You're the only one who can perform it. How does that help us? And I was like, well, no, that's not what I believe. I think we're all capable of it. And that's what I want to show. Not that everyone has to use it, but that we're all capable of doing so if we want to, and if we feel the need for it in our lives. That's what I believe. I'm not here to say to you, go book my reading, go book my consultation, because I'm the only one who can do it. No, that's not why. But if you feel in your heart that it's right for you to meet me, because it's always going to be through our own perspective. Mediums and people who work, we all see it from different perspectives, and we all feel different for what we do and how it works, like I said before. And I have respect for everyone. It's not that. But many people say that all we are mediums, because that's what we're called. We're mediums, meaning all we do is transfer information, receiver, or giver to receiver, just information transference, And in a way, yes, I agree with that, definitely. But I believe, and this is just my personal opinion, I believe that we are also, or we all know, but we are, even in our work, we are always going to be human. you know? We are always going to have our own perspective on what is happening, on the information that we are receiving. Not judgmental, not at all, but we are going to react to it because it goes through our system before it reaches our clients. And this is actually quite beautiful, I think, because we're just human, you know? And also it gives a new perspective to the clients. So when I work, and when you come to me, when you book a consultation, don't do it because you feel I'm the best or I'm the only one who can do it. No, do so because it feels right for you. Because I might be able to give you information, other information that some other mediums would not be able to give, or the same information but from another perspective. Just as if you go to someone else, you will have a different experience. Choose what feels right for you and do it by your heart, or go to several. There's no worries. One of the best things I know when I am doing short consultations, because I do those. We travel around in Sweden, showing up at different events, and we do short consultations there, only 15 minutes. And one of the best reactions I know is when the client says, "Oh, the other mediums all say the same." Or when the reaction is, "Oh, why do you have to keep on telling me this? Why do you always say the same things? Every single one of you." And I love it. And it's a little bit funny because, well, maybe there's, there's something in it. But yes. So even if the information is the same, which it will probably be because it's the information that you need to receive in the moment, the information will still be translated through the transmitter, through me. So I will still have to react on the information. Not that I will judge, not that I would change anything, but the information will be transmitted to me in a way that is easy for me to understand, which means that it might sound different or be in a different way when you go to me than if you go to someone else. As if the same as if you go to someone else instead of me, it's always going to be different, and nothing is more right or more wrong. That doesn't exist. It's just a experience, okay? And I adore being able to do this. I adore experience all this together with you guys, with the people I've met. It is absolutely amazing, and I am so grateful for it. I love seeing, because I work with telepathy and intuition, and because I work in my own body, knowing that I am a part of this, because we are interacting, you and I, through and definitely with the other information givers, depending on who they are. They're always going to be there. The information is always going to be real. It's always going to be clear, It's always going to be the information that comes too. But it's also me. And I adore being there with you. I love it. And I love learning. I learn so much. And I absolutely adore it. I know I use that word a lot, but it felt right. I adore my work because I really do. I'm just going to check. I have some messages. Just going to check if there are people wanting some short message. No, okay, that's fine. No worries, guys. So, you guys watching, do you have any questions or anything you like to talk to me about, or anything you'd like to share with the community? And if it doesn't feel right sending me private messages, or if I'm not seeing them, if I'm saying, no, there's no one sending me anything about private or short readings, and you are, do tell me. Do say in chat, well, I messaged you, because I'm getting thousands upon thousands of messages, so I might miss it. But I am trying to keep up, and I'm trying to see. But if you do feel more comfortable with just posting your question in chat, do so. It's up to you. If you post in chat, I will answer as generally as I can. Okay? So, anyone got any questions? Anything you think about? Yes, be here. Just interact with me. It's interesting trying to understand how all this works. It's not really, I don't really understand it. I love it. I love learning it with you. I don't know what all these, things that pop up now means, but I love it. I adore it. There's that word again, adore. Okay. So I feel like I wonder if I should give some information of what's coming through to me, because there's a lot. If you would like me to talk general about what's going on, if you like me to just share the information that is coming through, and if you resonate, I'm happy, but I'm not going to tell who it is I talk to. I want you guys to tell me how you want me to do this. Because I could either just talk about what is coming through, and the person that needs to hear it will know it's for them. Or I could go, like I told you before, I could feel like I want to talk to this person and ask them, is it okay if I do a reading on you? And the person can answer either if they agree or if they disagree. And if they agree, I do a reading, but hopefully a general one and not too private. When I do my work, I usually go very deep, and there's many tears and laughter when I do my work with my clients. But I will do my best here on, well, it depends on what you want. You could also post that maybe, what you feel comfortable with, because I just want you all to enjoy yourself and feel secure, feel safe. Okay? So what would you like me to do? How would you like me to go about with this in these live streams? Because I am thinking of doing a bit of live streaming, because I think it's a wondrous opportunity for us all to interact. So what would you like? What do you think would suit you? Do interact with me if you feel for it, if you feel like it. Please do not call me though when I'm live streaming. Thank you. So, as I said before, I see here there are more friends of mine from Sweden joining. And as I said before, if you are from Sweden or are you in Sweden, do check out the description in the original page for our company. It's vintuition, and VHE intuition, VHE intuition. You can see everything that we offer there. If you are joining globally, then as I said, you could check the description for V Intuition Global. Okay? I'm just going to check if I have anyone wanting a short reading. For you guys just joining, I do short readings here live if you would like to. This means maybe I should start saying that for you people, it's psychic readings. I've understood. Oh, so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So I do psychic readings, even though I call them intuitive counseling, because it's not, well, it's my way of doing it. So when I say reading, I mean what you probably know of psychic reading. So I connect to your mind, to your body, and to the informational source of the universal library. I use my guides, angels, depending on who you are. and what information is to be given to you. So I work with spirits, I work with people who, or I don't work with, I shouldn't say, but I'm open and I'm here for people who've passed away and people who are still alive. May I send a thought also to the client, to you, who and what you need to hear at the moment. Hi guys, I see there are many of you joining who your English is not your first or second language. I'm just going to tell you that English and Swedish are the only languages I probably know, unfortunately. So all my consultations are either in English or Swedish throughout, just so you know. But you are so welcome to join me. And if you feel comfortable with it, do book a reading or do ask me for a short reading. And what is good about this also, about being live, is that you can rewatch this live stream. And so if you don't understand it the first time, because I know I might be a little bit difficult to understand sometimes, and I apologize for it. If you don't understand the first time and you don't feel like asking, or if I've missed your comment, you can always go back and rewatch as many times as you want. And maybe you will get something out of it that you didn't prefer the first time. Sorry, I'm still a little bit nervous. I've been streaming 1.5 hours and I'm still a little bit nervous, but it is the first time. So like I said, do feel free to ask any question, and if you like, do send me a private message for a short reading. And when I say reading, as I said before, it's a psychic reading, although it's in a fashion that I've designed. Oh, it's a nice way of saying it, isn't it? It's a way that how I do my work, and I do it under I call it intuitive counselor. Christian, don't ever apologize. No, I do though. But I get your point. Thank you for your kind words. And once again, I see there are friends of mine from Sweden joining. And if you are in Sweden, from Sweden, this is getting a little bit repetitive. Sorry for it, but I apologize again. But do check out the descriptions in the Intuition. It's the original page for my and my fiance's company. You'll find all the information of what I do for Swedish clients there. And if you are joining us global, like I said, the descriptions, you can find them all in the group for the Intuition Global. Okay? So maybe I could talk a little about what the different services that I provide, and the different readings and consultations is what I mean. In Sweden, for Swedish clients, I have a couple of different things I do. First off, I do have an office. I am sat in my office at this moment, and so you can come here, you can book a consultation and come to my office, and we will have a consultation of 90 minutes. I do over phone consultations for 60 minutes, phone or video, sorry, I should say, video, different applications that you could use video calls. For example, Skype. I do that for 60 minutes. And I do also have consultations via phone, and I do distant reading, which means if you send me a picture of yourself, I will send you your reading, being 1 to 3 pages long. You'll find all of this in descriptions where you can find on our page, our Swedish page, the original page for the Intuition, which is VHE Intuition, VHE Intuition. Okay. For all your global friends and for people who are joining me globally and for global clients, like I said, I do consultations 90 minutes over video or non-video call. And if you'd like to book a consultation, You will find the description in on the group. Sorry, I spoke Swedish there. I'm still nervous. I'm sorry, and I'm still apologizing, and I'm doing that. Okay, it's fun. Let's have some fun, guys. Yes, you will find all the descriptions for the global consultations that I do, or the international sessions that I provide. You can find all of the information in the group of V Intuition Global. Okay, so VHE Intuition Global. I'm just gonna check if there's anyone who wants a reading. No. Okay. So, like I said before, depending on what you'd like, please do tell me how you like us to, well, what do you want for this live streams? Because I'm thinking if you enjoy it, because I enjoy it, if you enjoy it and if you enjoy interacting with me, I'm thinking of doing quite a bit of these. And so I wonder, what would you like me to do during these streams? What would be most suitable for you? Because at the moment, as I said, if you'd like a short reading here live, only do this if you feel comfortable with it to share live. I will give you a short reading right here, or when you've asked me, if you send me a private message including an alias that you would like me to use, that only you know of, so that you can feel a little bit more secure and not having everyone know who you are, if that makes you feel more comfortable. Okay, that is what I do now. And so if you would like, do send me a message, a private message, and I will do a short reading. But like I said, we can do this in different ways. So if you would rather I worked in the way that I get the feeling of, that the guides tells me this person, we got some information for them. Then I will ask the person in chat, is it okay if I do a reading on you, or deliver this information? And you can agree or disagree depending on how you feel. Or and also I will try to keep this as general as possible depending on how you feel once again. Or maybe you would like to just ask me, oh, someone was very sad there, I'm sorry. I apologize. Do tell me what I could do to have you enjoy this more. Many people are enjoying this, so thank you so much for joining me, and I love this. So what would be more suitable for you? What would you like me to do? Would you like to have, as it is now, you send me a private message and I do a short reading, meaning a psychic reading, here live, and I will use an alias that you provided to me? Or would you prefer to just ask in chat and tell me, I would like this to be, I would like to keep this general, or I don't really care, you can go as deep as you want, depending on how you like it. What would be suitable for you? And like I said, we have also connected PayPal. So in the future, I hope to be able to provide you with a link for donations. I do have a link, and I will put it in the description in the group of V Intuition Global. But in the future, I'm also hoping to be able to give something back when you donate. So if you give whatever you feel like you could give, I will give you something back, a short message or some healing, or what it might be that you need in the moment. Okay? So what do you think, guys? What should we do with this? Do you have any suggestions? Just let me know. And as I said, I'm just here as me, as a fellow human and as an intuitive counselor. So if you have any questions, just feel free to put them in chat. If you like a short consultation, put an alias to me in a private message, and do interact with me, do contact me, and we'll have some fun. We will enjoy this together, okay? I will go for a short break or a lunch break now, and I will be back in a half hour or 40 minutes or so. And we'll see you then. Like I said, I did an environment where I had this cool, I could put a slider that said that I'm on a break, and it was beautiful. So I think that I hope that I will be able to share it with you soon, in the near future. I hope so. But I will head up for lunch now, and I hope you will have a continuously great day wherever you are and whoever you are. And I will be back shortly, but it will probably be a new live stream. I think that's how it works. So I will be here for you, and we will just have an enjoyment and just enjoy. Okay, and hopefully I will get my English together and not be so flustered and nervous. All right, I'll just head for a quick lunch and I'll see you. Okay, I'm saying okay a lot. Take care, guys. I'll be right back. Bye.